Hello everyone, welcome to AEzeezoology. In this video, we are going to talk about the digestion of carbohydrates. So, the digestion of carbohydrates starts right in the mouth by the action of saliva, and the starch or the carbohydrate food source that is acted upon by salivary amylase, the enzyme present in the saliva, and it is breaking down it into simpler components, the disaccharides like maltose, isomaltose, dextrin, limit dextrin, etc. Then the food will further move into via the esophagus into the stomach. Here I want to mention that the bicarbonates in the saliva, they neutralize the acidity of the food, and the thiocyanates, which are also present in the saliva, they are acting as the action against any kind of microorganisms or infection which would be caused by the presence of microorganisms in the food. So it is giving you immunity and it is neutralizing those microorganisms. So in the previous videos, I have talked in detail about the composition of saliva and its components and their role and the function. So you can see those previous videos for this also. So moving further, now coming to the stomach, there was not much of a digestion of carbohydrates in the stomach. The main action further of the carbohydrates digestion takes place in the duodenum region. So coming to the small intestine, in the small intestine, the main role is being played by the pancreatic juice and the intestinal juice. I would like to mention here that in the mouth, the action of the saliva, it acts upon just around 30% of the carbohydrate present in the food. So the major part is being digested via the pancreatic juice and the intestinal juice. The pancreatic juice, it's acting upon the carbohydrate source, the pancreatic amylase, and it is breaking them down into the simpler components, that is the disaccharides, maltose, isomaltose, and dextrins. Then further, as the food is moving, the chyle is moving further, its action is being done by the intestinal juice. The intestinal juice will now break down the disaccharides into the monosaccharides so that further they can be absorbed into the intestinal epithelium. The enterocytes, the cells which are lining the intestine, they are the ones which are producing a lot of mucus so that the food gets softer and it mixes well, and the action of these enzymes in these pancreatic and intestinal juice, the action of enzymes can be take place. So maltose is by the presence of enzyme maltase, it is breaking down into its component monosaccharides, that is 2 molecules of glucose. Similarly, isomaltose, by the action of isomaltase enzyme, it is also breaking down into the glucose units, the monosaccharides. Then sucrose, by the action of sucrase, is breaking down into glucose and fructose. Lactose, the milk sugar, it is breaking down by the action of lactase into glucose and galactose. And dextrins, by dextrinase, it is breaking down into glucose components. Here I would like to mention that there are certain people, they are having lactose intolerance. So what is the meaning of lactose intolerance? Lactose intolerance means that with advancing age, the production of lactase enzyme decreases to a large extent. So there are many people who are not able to digest milk with the advancing age, and because of this problem, they face flatulence or diarrhea or intestinal cramps, pain. And to address this problem, the milk can be replaced by yogurt or by curd, in which the lactic acid is there, and this problem can be addressed too. So we have seen that how the disaccharides are ultimately broken down into the monosaccharides and the simplest form of carbohydrates, which will now be absorbed further, and the absorption of carbohydrates we will be taking up in the subsequent videos. I would like to mention a few things here, regarding the digestion of cellulose. So cellulose, as you know, is the carbohydrate component which is present in the green leafy vegetables, and we human beings do not have a cellulase enzyme to digest this. So when we take the green leafy vegetables in an uncooked form, in the form of salads, they are improving, we take them for improving the bowel movements, that is the peristaltic movements of our digestive system, because we cannot digest it, so they are moving and they are improving the digestive bowel movements or peristaltic movements, and that is why it is recommended that they are good for our health and we should take salads. Then there are certain microorganisms which are living as symbionts in the ruminant reticulum of the herbivorous animals like ruminants like cow and buffaloes. So in them, we are seeing that these are in the case of ruminants, and in them, in their rumen and reticulum, which are the parts of the stomach, there are certain microorganisms which are living, and they are digesting the cellulose into or changing it into acetic acid and propionic acid. So then they are, as you can see, the ruminants, they are chewing their cud, they chew it properly with a lot of mixture of the mucus, and ultimately the cellulose they will be changing and breaking down into smaller components which can be absorbed by the omasum and abomasum part of their stomach. Similarly, there are in the intestine of termites, there are a symbiotic flagellate called trichonympha. From your competition exam point of view, these questions are asked that cellulose is digested by the termites due to the presence of so and so, and you know that it is the trichonympha, that is the symbiotic flagellate, which is producing enzyme beta glucosidase, and beta glucosidase enzyme will convert glucose into the simpler sugars, and the termites, they can digest cellulose. So we see that they are the ones which are eating the wood, or they are destroying the wood part in our houses as well. So this is about the different components of the food. One more thing I want to mention, that in case of rabbits, we have seen coprophagy. What is the coprophagy? The practice of coprophagy is that the rabbits and all, they are also herbivorous, so they are also taking in the plant part, and the cellulose which they take in cannot be digested in one digestion, in one go. So in one cycle it is not digested properly, and they pass it out quite undigested in the feces. So that is why they eat their feces for the second round of proper digestion of the cellulose part, and that is known as coprophagy, that eating their own feces so that they can chew and they can convert them properly and extract the carbohydrates which can be absorbed in their body for their benefits. So these were the different components regarding the digestion of carbohydrates. Thank you.